All right. Hi, guys. It's Emily Biondo with the Flings, and I'm here with Samantha Pollard, and we're going to do a little interview. Hi, Samantha.
Hello.
All right. So I first noticed you, Samantha, at the Spring Fling in Galot. You were going rounds with all the boys, especially on Saturday's 50K race. You went a ton of rounds and you ended with a runner-up finish in Saturday's 50K. So we want to talk a little bit about that. Been wanting to talk to you since then. I think it's so cool when I see, the girls in the race cars and especially going rounds and hanging tough with the boys. So why don't you tell us a little bit about how you got into racing and when?
So I started racing juniors when I was probably 10. It's just something our family's always done. My brother, my dad, his dad. And so they kind of just got me into it.
That's awesome. And what state did you grow up racing in?
South Carolina.
Okay, cool. I raced juniors in Florida. Started when I was about 14. My family was not into racing at all, but I had a friend whose family was. So I went to the track with her, and my dad was so excited. He had two girls, so he thought his muscle car dreams were over. So when I started showing interest in racing, he's like, "Oh my gosh, I want to race. This is great." So it's cool, especially to do it with your dads.
Yeah, for sure.
That's awesome. Great. And you took a little time off of racing, I think, right? A couple of years.
Yes, about 2 years.
Okay, good. And you got married last year?
Got married. So we sold the truck. I wanted something different. Couldn't find anything. Then planning a wedding just kind of got
Yeah.
put on the back burner. And then last winter, I was like, this is like the first full season from like January, December that I didn't race at all. It was like I kind of missed it. And then that's all it took for Noah. And he was like, okay,
That's
we'll
great.
get you back.
That's
So
amazing. So you're married to Noah Pollard, who's been racing probably his whole life too, huh?
for sure, yes.
Did you guys meet at the racetrack?
We did in Darlington.
That's great. Me and my husband met at the racetrack too.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Great. So you decided to come to Galat. Was your truck just ready, or had you had it ready for a while, or what was leading up to it?
No, so we had just bought the truck. And so we went to Galot the weekend before, and that's when we were supposed to get it. I was going to race that weekend because it had been 2 years and then race the fling. Well, the truck didn't make it in time. And so I was like, there's no way I'm racing the fling. Like, because prior to selling it, I was a foot breaker.
Okay.
Maybe a handful of top bulb races, but
Oh,
really not a top bulber. And so, anyways, didn't race the weekend before. And I was like, well, our stuff's here. Like, we're coming back. You've already closed the shop. And I was like, probably not a good idea.
yeah.
But anyways, we showed up. And so that was it. There was no like
No
testing
backpedaling.
prior. It was just
Yeah.
a here we are.
All right. And did it work as it was supposed to, or how did the first couple days go?
So we only come for Friday and Saturday, and Friday was just awful. It was for new entry time runs, like the delay box was messed up, the carburetor was messed up, and I made the time run and I was like, I'm not doing this. Like, this is so embarrassing. And so we got a new delay box, fixed the carburetor, and it was still just a bad day. I was like, this is embarrassing. I missed it like probably third round. And I said, I'm not racing tomorrow. You can race. Like, this is just, it's too big of a race. And I just look like a fool. Like, this is probably why I should just not race.
Yeah.
So, anyways, on Saturday, he was like, I'm not racing the truck. The entry's paid. Like, you're getting in it and you're doing it. And it worked out.
So he
He
just
was
had
like,
to
are
push
you
you,
happy?
give,
Right.
give you a little push and say, it's sitting there. You may
Yeah.
as well give it a shot. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know, it's a little nerve-wracking to, especially your first time back out, new vehicle, to go up against all these guys who you feel like they race every weekend, like they're so much better than you. But this is the perfect example of
Right.
you just have to have a good day.
Yeah, you just a good day. Like lucky, everything just kind of fell into place all day.
Yeah, totally. All right. So you were going rounds. You in the quarterfinals, your win light comes on. You didn't know at that point you're gonna have a bye run in the semis, right?
No, yeah, I didn't even know. Like I was so, I guess, in my own world, I had no idea there would even be a bye to the finals, like however many cars were left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had no idea. everyone like come on, and I was just like, this is unreal. Like, how is this happening?
That's the best. Like everyone that comes on, you're like, it's a bonus, you know,
Yeah.
I'm still going. I'm still going. Such a great feeling. So you had the bye run in the semis. You got to the final and you were up against Donovan Williams in the final. So what was like your game plan going into the final? Were you like, I'm just going to do the same thing, or, did you kind of switch anything up?
I didn't really switch anything up. I kind of was like, I'm just gonna do the same thing. It really didn't even feel like the finals. Like, I guess I was just like, how did I even get here? Is this real life? Like, is this really happening? And
Yeah.
so no, I did the same thing. Well, except for I missed it. But I was happy. I was just thankful to be there and just
Yeah.
couldn't believe it really.
Yeah, we were us divas were all sitting at the diva desk and we're listening, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Samantha's going rounds, and Taylor Fletcher is like, holy moly. So we're listening, we're watching, we're running up every round and like watching you. We were definitely, we're not supposed to have favorites, but we were cheering you on. We were so excited to see you go rounds. And then when you had the bye run, we're like, holy crap, she's in the
Yeah, that was crazy. We were parked past the ticket booth, and so Noah had the app, and so he would text me like the ticket every round on his way back.
Yeah.
And when he texted and was like, "You have the bye to the finals," I was like, "This is just so crazy! Like, are you kidding?"
That's so cool. Great. So what's your racing plan the rest of the year?
So we are planning the 500. I own a bridal shop, so it's really hard to take off weekends, and Noah works a lot. So
Yeah.
we just kind of like play it by ear if there's no appointments, if we can make them. But we definitely that was like the race that got me back into racing. He was like, we could race this race. And so I was like, cool, get me a car by then.
So this has been the plan leading up to the 500K.
So for sure that
put
would
it all
be
back
our
together.
plan for the week, and we'll just kind of see where the rest of the year takes us.
That's awesome. Do you race like locally every weekend, or what's been your kind of plan?
No, I've only raced once since Galot, and just
whenever
we
you
don't
can.
have like a lot of good tracks around us that you can race at, especially like most of them are just Saturdays, no Sundays. Saturdays are like my busiest days, so
yeah,
it's hard to close for points races. It's easier to close when you're going big money racing. So
you can close for a few days in a row. And you run a bridal shop?
Yes.
Cool.
We just bought the store in December, so
wow,
a lot of probably not a good time to decide to start back racing, but it's worked out. It's been fun.
That's great. A lot of cool new things going on in your life.
Yeah.
So it's only up from here.
For sure.
That's great. Well, we can't wait to see you at the 500K and cheer you on and watch you go some rounds. So at Galot, with that runner-up finish, that got you the last female standing award, which is so cool. And we got to, take your picture in the tower and you got your check. How did that feel?
That was so cool. I love checks, like big checks. They're just so fun, big or little. I think that's really cool to be like the last female, especially at a fling, like a cool deal.
Yeah, I love that award. That was implemented a couple years ago, and I just think it's needed. It's necessary.
It is so fun. I think Noah told me, I forget whenever it was. He was like, "Well, you have the last female standing," and I was like, "That's just like so cool," because I'm like me. I'm never gonna get that out of fling, like especially my first week back, So
well, plenty more small or big checks to come. So
yes,
we hope to give you a big one one of these days.
Yes, that
especially
would
at
be
the 500K.
Nice. For sure.
All right, great. Well, it was so nice talking with you and getting a little bit to know about you. And we're excited to watch you keep racing.
Thank you.
Good. Well, thanks so much and have a good day, guys.
Same to you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.